The Desert Sled, I didn't know this, but it's named after an American fad in the 60s, 70s when they used to modify their bikes to go riding in the desert. Big American, well, big 500cc plus bikes to go ride in the desert, and that's where the name came from, Desert Sled. Scrambler town. There's a couple of houses, farm over there, petrol stations there, depot. That's the cantina. Water fountain, water feature. Dentist is just there. Public school. I think Chris might be in there actually. Asda, the annex, hotels, dance hall. That's for later. Justice of the peace, and the saloon.
So where have you been?
I've been to Almeria.
Yeah?
But not to ride the track.
Okay.
It's a weird spaghetti western place. Ducati decided to launch the Scrambler Desert Sled there. We were told beforehand to wear motocross boots because there was going to be a lengthy off-road sort of part of the test.
Yeah.
Little did we know that the majority of it was off-road.
But they've modified it, haven't they, to make it actually capable?
Yeah, I mean, it's finally, we've got a bike now that lives up to the Scrambler name. It's, you know, the Scrambler scene has been going for a while now. You know, they've obviously got the Triumph, we've got the R9T, and the Ducati one has been the benchmark in terms of sales and overall performance. But none of them are capable off-road. They're all.
Yeah.
Why would you want to take a 10 grand bike off-road?
Yeah, it's a bit ropey, isn't
Yeah,
it?
yeah. So now Ducati what they've done is they've given it 200mm suspension travel, 19-inch front wheel, and beefed up the frame. It's not just a Scrambler in disguise.
Yeah. I saw the Facebook Live thing with that extra bar.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's extra bar and there's extra beef around the sort of swing arm, pivot.
Beef around the curtain.
Beef around the curtain, yeah. As you know, the Scramblers are quite small. They're very, very low, and it can be cramped for sort of big riders like yourself, big boys. So Ducati have raised it. It's 860mm the seat height now, and it's way more comfy.
That's pretty tall though, isn't it?
Yeah, but it doesn't, you know, again, don't get all involved in numbers. It's taller, but it sinks down quite a lot because you've got suspension travel and everything else.
Yeah.
But yeah, the riding position is quite like a motocross bike, you know, upright, and you know you've got more control over the bars, and it feels like a genuine Scrambler. When we eventually got onto the dirt, it wasn't just a little bit of fire roads and dirt tracks. We were running through deep sand through this Spanish desert, and it was hilarious fun. And the bike shouldn't be able to do it. You know, it's 190 kilos. It's got essentially road tyres on that are half decent off-road.
What are the tyres?
Prey Scorpion Rallies. I feel like I'm doing a Dakar. I feel like a proper Dakar veteran. Look at me! I'm standing up on my rally bike. Oh, this deep sand's a bit sketchy. Whoa! Yeah, this is fucking hairy now. Yeah, fun's over. Fun's over. Time to man up. I'm glad I'm wearing Tech 10s and not Super Techs or trainer boots. Right. Whoa, 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 fuck. Throttle is your friend over this way on this sort of terrain. Shit, bumpy. You know, realistically, how many desert sled owners are going to do this? Not many. Oh, I've got a Popeye arm from so much arm pump. Last time I had arm pump this was when I was on a motocross track.
Oh, that was a bit rough.
Not only does it look like an old Yamaha XT,
It does look really cool as well.
It does look cool, but not only does it look like one, it rides like one. So, but anyway, onto the road where 99% of these bikes are gonna be ridden. How Ducati have made the bike as good as it is off-road, without losing any of the tarmac sort of techers, is unbelievable. I mean, it definitely feels a bit longer. The wheelbase is, I think, 25 mil longer, which you can't feel that the majority of the time, but when you start to get a move on, it does feel longer and a little bit more, bit lethargic turning in. What?
I just had this vision of you sitting in a sidecar, flapping your fluffer.
So let's assume you haven't ridden a Scrambler. So the motor is fairly basic, even for a Ducati, but it's very linear. It really makes sense at the bottom end of the rev range and in the mid range. There's no point chasing revs, you know, hovering around 7,000-8,000 is the key. And in terms of handling, you've got this light, I say light, it's still quite heavy for a bike, for a small middleweight, but it feels light. That's the important thing. It's really flickable, really nimble, and it just mixes with the engine to provide a really easy, user-friendly bike. Now, I mean, yeah, it's not exactly exciting, but it's all about the looks and all about the enjoyment of riding an undiluted bike, and it is good fun. You know, obviously it's no naked sports bike, but it steers neutrally, progressively. There's no hidden quirks or idiosyncrasies, and you know, despite being easy to ride, it is still good fun. But just with that innate ability to just do anything, it is a do anything bike, especially in desert sled form. Now, going back to that engine, it really does feel like a modern V-twin, or for your Ducatisti, an L-twin. You know, it's light and free revving, and doesn't really very well though. I think it's first gear only.
The primary upgrade for many is how nice the throttle is. Certainly off-road, it's really smooth, and if you remember the old Scramblers, but it's one-to-one connection, so it's quite not snatchy, but it's quite direct.
Yeah.
So they've made it much smoother, and they've given it a progressive throttle cam, which means it does feel a little bit slower. It feels a little bit more lethargic, but it's same power, even though it's Euro 4, same power, same torque. It's still an exciting bike. It's just that it's taking a bit of edge off it.
Yeah. Okay, so it's good. And the tyres aren't that bad on...
No, they're not. I mean, you get this sort of dull, as you do with all those sorts of tyres, you get that sort of dull sensation when you're on the side of the tyre. But, you know, as you know, the roads around Almeria are absolutely incredible.
Yeah.
And this bike shouldn't have been able to do what it did. You know, if we were riding levers, we could have been knee down and just hacking around, but this bike isn't designed to be on the side of the tyre.
Yeah.
It's designed just to be dicking about. And I guarantee you 90% of them will be used in urban surroundings and
Yeah.
you know, in and around town.
But it's nice to know you can actually do it if you want to go out.
Yeah.
And you do some lanes, go
Yeah.
out the countryside, have a laugh.
Yeah.
It's nice to know that you can actually use it without breaking it. I think
Exactly.
that's the key.
Yeah. The standard forks, or the stock forks in the Scrambler, is 41 mil, quite sort of spindly, spiraling things. These are 46 mil KYB forks. They're real beefy.
And it helps the look as well.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if that's a decent basis for other custom bikes, because you know, steel is awesome custom. Even like on the modern retro bikes, people still customise them.
Yeah.
You see some amazing bikes. So
Yeah.
it could be a nice foundation for more.
It'll cost you no, it won't.
Wow. I was going to say, I have one.
It'll cost you 9,395 for the red version.
Yeah.
But I don't know why you want anything else other than the white, because the white and the gold wheels, that's an extra £100, so it's 9,495.
Worth it.
But it's in the ballpark for the Triumph. Obviously way cheaper than the BMW. But yeah, it's there or thereabouts. So yeah, seriously impressive.
Good. Cut to VT. John, who owns this bike, he runs Modball, the Modball Rally, and he said we can sit in it if I say dildo on camera. So, dildo.
I think so. Whoa, fucking hell, Nige!